Rivalry win here tonight, Coach. Congrats. In the first half, you guys kind of seemed to struggle a little bit with specifically the ground game from the Cats. What did you guys kind of do to counteract that and defend against that?
Yeah, I think we just went ahead and we just kind of played our game, and we made sure that we just kind of stayed focused and we stayed consistent. I felt like, if we stayed consistent, if we stayed smart about how we played the game, that we could go ahead and have an opportunity to break it open. And so I'm just really proud of our kids right now.
Yep. Big game from Cam tonight. Some crazy plays on scrambles. How did his play, attribute to the well-rounded win?
Yeah, I think Cam's done a wonderful job for us all year long, and I think tonight was just another night for him. Every time he's getting more and more settled in, more and more comfortable. Hey, we played two really elite football teams with Hudsonville Union Christian and Zeeland West, and so that was on purpose. We felt like that was something that was going to pay dividends up for us as long as we could go ahead and just kind of stay focused and stay the course. And I think a big win in the conference against a good rival is proof that was well worth it.
Speaking on the Unity Christian Zeeland West losses, you guys struggled early this season against them. How do you think those losses specifically contributed to this win?
Well, I think it allows us to work on what, like our weaknesses, and then also that we all have strengths too, so we just have to go ahead and reinforce those. Our kids know that, it's going to be a grind, and we scheduled and we're playing with the end in mind. Yep. Where do we want this thing to end at? And so that's really kind of what we kind of focused on in the off season. Yep. And I'm glad that we were able to win tonight. The way that we were able to.
Yep. Giant rivalry win, can't be understated. How much does this game, mean to the community and to you?
Well, it means a lot to the community, and I think that's something to where it matters to firefighters, it matters to police, it matters to the third grader, it matters to a lot of people, and I'm very proud of our kids with that. And I got to go ahead and I got to kind of go off script with your question right now. Yep. Because it also means a lot to number 54, Parker Mock. Parker went ahead and he had surgery yesterday on his foot, and I love the kid. We're thinking of him. Our kids wanted to play inspired football for him, for those that have also been hurt this year, and I think that our kids did a wonderful job with that. Yep. I'm also particularly proud with a couple of kids that really stepped up in a big way that probably don't get a lot of recognition, and that's a kid like Nate Betts, and then also Jake Alger and Brock Morningstar. I thought all three of those guys really embraced their roles and really put their team on their shoulders, because we needed them. Yep.
Any comments, that you'd like to make to the community or to anybody watching?
I'm just happy for our kids and our program, and we're ready to kind of celebrate this for 24 hours, but then we have to get ready for another game, and that's just kind of the way football is. So I'm excited for our kids, I'm excited for Whitehall, and hopefully we can go ahead and get ready for next week.
Tough loss tonight against rival Whitehall. You guys opened the game strong, able to stop them on a couple key plays. Fletcher's, crazy interception leading to a touchdown. How impactful is just this game to you guys, to the community, all that?
Yeah, it's huge. It means a lot to our kids and our community. It's a tough one to lose for sure. We came out and we were playing pretty well, and Fletcher made an incredible play, and we were able to capitalize and score off it. And then we kind of right before half allowed that scramble crazy touchdown, and then we got a stop coming out of halftime, but then that punt we muffed, so that kind of took the wind out of our sails, and things just kind of fell apart from there. So we just talked to our guys about responding when a bad thing happens, dump it out, and move on to the next play.
Yeah. So what kind of that you had that muff punt, all that. What kind of did you guys do to turn that around? Try and turn that around going into that third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, we tried to get them to move on and then make some adjustments, because they changed some things up on offense and were kind of gashing us a little bit with the run game. So we tried making some adjustments, but it was kind of too little too late. They hit some big plays on us and took advantage of that.
I noticed River and I think Dylan Bailey went down kind of towards the end of the third, beginning of the fourth. How did fatigue play into the end of this game for you guys?
Yeah, Dylan was just cramping up a little bit, and River had some back issues he's been dealing with for a couple weeks. So, I think we're in pretty good shape overall, and most of our guys have been feeling good towards the end of games. But yeah, it kind of wears on you in a game like this. And, it may have set in a little bit.
Yep. Any comments or things you want to say to people watching, to the community, anything like that?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just a tough one. You know,
Yep.
We know how important it is to everybody, and it's important to
Yep.
us. And you know, we gotta do some things, just kind of change our mindset a little bit when things go bad, and be
Yep.
able to respond to those mistakes.
Awesome.